everybody, it's Bernie here from Stamp and Eat, and welcome back to another Friday card making session with me. Last week I did a little bit of a cheeky cheat and gave you a tour of my craft room because I was about to embark on a full weekend of teaching and stamping and eating with 13 other ladies, and we had the most incredible time. So if you missed out for whatever reason and you would like to come and join us for my next Stamp and Eat retreat, that is happening the weekend of the 30th of September. So it's not that far away. I usually do them every 6 months, but for some reason I wasn't able to get the weekend in November that I wanted. So we've made it for the end of September. So look out at the beginning of August. I will start advertising, and there's already a list growing of people that are interested. So if you want to join us, don't take long when those bookings go live. But because of the intensity of a full weekend of card making, and I did a class on Tuesday this past week, I thought I would just keep this card for this Friday card making session pretty simple. And what I'm going to show you is we're going to use our clear block mount to create sort of like a smoosh technique. And this is an ideal card if you want to do something quickly and you haven't got a lot of time, or you've got limited stash in your craft room. You will be able to whip this up in no time. I am featuring the paper in the background from the brand new Tea Boutique, and it's 6x6 papers, and there are beautiful papers in here. So I'm definitely going to be using a lot of these over the next few weeks in my cards. I'm also featuring the brand new Elegant Eucalyptus 3D embossing folder at the back of my card. I just love this particular design. Don't know if you can see it with that light. So we're going to be using that. And from memory, I do believe these dies are actually on the last chance list at the moment. So if you like the sort of silhouette, I stand corrected on this, but I do believe they may be retiring. So let's get started with this card so that I can show you how to create this amazing simple card if you want to whip up a thank you card. So I'm just using basic white, my standard, I'm looking for my bone folder, my standard measurements, which is gosh, I am really brain dead. My standard measurements, which is 5.5 by 8 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I've got some basic white that I have cut down, and I have already embossed that with the Elegant Eucalyptus. And so I'm going to just glue that on with my Tombow. And I'm just going to offset that slightly on the back. Then I've opted to use a different print because there seem to only be 2 of each pattern. So I'm using this gorgeous one. So this tea suite features all the new in colors. So look at that. That's just so vibrant. We're going to use that on the other side. I've just realized I've popped my embossing design on the wrong way, so well, that's too bad. I wanted it to stick out, but it's already down now. Too bad. Oops. All right, and then that's going to go at an angle, and then we'll set this to the side because we are now going to do the actual technique. So I am using the shimmer white because we're going to put a little bit of pigmentation on the paper. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. It's a very dreary day in Tauranga today. It's been raining non-stop all week. So I'm going to use my Petal Pink re-inker. I'm just going to move that out the way because I made quite a mess last time. You can use any clear block that you have, and I'm just going to put a few random dots on there using my water spritzer, or it's a spritzer, but they come in a set of 2. I have labeled the one alcohol, so I always only use this when I fill this with isopropyl alcohol, and then my other one is for water. And I'm just going to spritz that quite liberally, and then you can either just drop off the excess and then you pop it onto your page. Lift. I actually like to dab it straight away, and then I'm actually going to go over it again without spritzing it some more. And dab it again, and if you want you can just fill up some of the, so what it does there, if you can see, it sort of gives a nice little detail there, and because that's quite accentuated in the middle, that's where I'm going to put my sentiment. So I'm going to put this to the side just for a few seconds to dry, and while I'm doing that, what I've done with the Amazing Thanks die is, I'm just going to get it in the camera, I've die cut out the thanks in the thicker one, in the sweet sorbet cardstock, and then in the basic white, and I'm going to use my silicone matte for that, and my brand new tool. I got a fine tip glue pen this week in my order. I've been wanting to get that for ages, and so I'm still just finding my way around this. It's particularly handy for these sort of delicate little delicate projects. Right, you'll notice if you do have one, there's a steel tip in there, and that inserts into that fine tip. Then if you have some tweezers, I do recommend using them for this part of the project, and you just place this in position. Now I just need to move, oopsie. Want to move this over because it's not quite. Now like I say, I have only just started using this glue, so I actually don't know, you know, like the Tombow, you've got some time to maneuver things, so I'm not sure how much time you have to maneuver this glue. Alright, so I'm going to bring this back, and I'm just going to slightly dry it with my heat tool. Excellent. And because this is, there's quite a lot of pigment on that, you will find that it is slightly buckled, and that's quite normal. So I'm now going to put that thanks straight off over that darker bit, because I don't really want that dark blob there. Okay, pick that up. I should have actually done that on my silicone matter. Pop that there. All right. And now using dimensionals, I'm going to just raise that level a little bit just to give it some interest. Don't be shy with your dimensionals. This is, you want this nice and balanced. All right. And then we're going to position this on top, nice and straight. It's looking so different to that one just because of the darker colors in the background. And as you can see, the just the way the clear mount block went on. It's such a fascinating technique because it's different every time. So I'm now going to put some polished dots on the background. And I think I'm just going to keep this a little bit clearer than the previous one. There we go. And just like that, you've done your card. You've finished your card. So a very different look to that one, just from the way that the ink went onto the clear block, but it still works, it still coordinates beautifully. So let me know in the comments what you think. So that is a clear block mounting technique where you use your re-inker, and you can use any form of spritzer that you have for water, and you just create an image on your piece of paper. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're going to have a lot of fun giving that technique a try, and do subscribe and like my channel if you enjoy the things I put on there. I greatly appreciate your support. That would be awesome. And until we meet again, remember, stamp, eat, sleep, repeat. Bye.